My name is Monique Bradley, and these are my 8 audience members.
Hi.
Hi, I'm George Figlioli, my wife.
Nancy Figlioli.
Monique's dad, Philip Bradley.
Felicia, Monique's cousin.
Clarice, Monique's cousin.
Hi, I'm the proud mother. I'm Denise Bradley.
Joe Bradley, the
Mark.
grandfather, and my wife Martha.
Mark, the grandmother. Yeah.
So, how many of you would like to be sitting in a tropical land with a drink in your hand? So, today I will be talking about the country Costa Rica. Many individuals desire to travel to Hawaii for their vacation, but according to an article on USA Today, the cost is close to $800 a day for a couple. This price only includes lodging and food. On the other hand, Costa Rica offers a similar vacation destination for under half that cost. I traveled to Costa Rica for a week with my Health Policy Administration class this past November. Before our trip, I did extensive research on Costa Rica, and as well as its culture. Today, I will discuss the history, environment, and culture of Costa Rica, as well as why it has become a great tourist attraction. First, I would like to begin by talking about the history of Costa Rica. According to Thayer Watkins, a renowned economics professor of the San Jose State University at Costa Rica, the history of Costa Rica is somewhat of an oddity. The country's name means rich coast, but in its early beginnings, it was one of the poorest regions of the Spanish Empire in the Americas. The country received its name when the great navigator Christopher Columbus and his crew reached its land in 1502. They were greeted by the region's inhabitants wearing gold bands. This gave the false impression that the region was rich in gold. Because the country was not rich in gold and had few valuable sources, Costa Rica was hardly influenced by its Spanish settlers. In fact, the first successful establishment of a colonial city in Costa Rica was not until 1562, when Juan Vasquez de Coronado founded the city Cartago. Now, Costa Rica is a relatively prosperous Latin American country, and it's also named one of the happiest countries in the world. Costa Rica also does not have a standing army, which proves its peaceful country. Evidently, Costa Rica has a special history, which makes it a unique country it is today. Not only does the country have a notable history, but it also has an exotic environment. Second, I would like to talk about this exotic environment of Costa Rica. According to the Weather Channel writer, Terrell Johnson, all of Costa Rica's electricity is generated from clean energy sources like water or wind. Up to 40% of its land is protected by law from development, savoring the true beauty of raw nature. Although the country is only about 20,000 square miles, it contains nearly 6% of the world's biodiversity. More than a quarter of the beautiful country is covered by national parks and reserves. Clearly, with such a protected environment, it is no wonder why Costa Rica takes the lead in being the greenest country in the world. And in addition to its eco-friendly environment, Costa Rica has a very rich culture. Third, let's discuss this very rich culture of Costa Rica. According to the Spanish language learning website Don Quixote, Costa Ricans are known for having appetizing culinary traditions, a thriving art scene, and lush natural landscapes. With the motto Pura Vida, which means pure life, Costa Ricans truly live a happy and peaceful lifestyle. Over 90% of the country is of European or mestizo heritage due to the Columbus explorations and Spanish conquest in the early 1500s. Although the official language of Costa Rica is Spanish, there are also many local indigenous languages. Their native dishes rely heavily on beans and rice, and their coffee is known to be some of the best in the world. Undoubtedly, Costa Rica has a diverse and peaceful culture that many seek after. Due to Costa Rica's exciting and rich culture, it has become a great tourist attraction. So finally, let's discuss Costa Rica as a tourist attraction. The largest travel guidebook in the world, Lonely Planet, has named Costa Rica as the adventure tourism capital of Central America. With a low vacation cost and several things to do, Costa Rica is an ideal destination for an adventure-minded. Almost all the trails throughout Costa Rica lead to waterfalls, misty crater lakes, or even beautiful beaches. Its land can be explored by foot, hiking, kayak, or even by scuba diving. One could zip line through a cloud forest or lay out for a nice tan on the beach. Costa Rica is bustling with wildlife, such as keel-billed toucans and hollering monkeys. Unquestionably, Costa Rica is one of the planet's most naturally splendid and biologically diverse, making for a perfect tourist attraction. Today, I have talked about the history, environment, and culture of Costa Rica, as well as why it has become a great tourist attraction. So now that you know about Costa Rica, you can add it to your list of destinations to consider for your next vacation. Next time you think about sitting in a tropical land with a drink in your hand, maybe you'll actually physically be there in Costa Rica.